If you're watching this, it's not by accident. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you've never entered, and it's happening right now. You have been feeling a strange, heavy pressure in the atmosphere lately, haven't you? It's a weight that doesn't belong to you, yet it sits on your chest like a thick fog. You've been waking up between the hours of 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., your heart racing for no apparent reason, your mind sharp and alert while the rest of the world sleeps in a deep, artificial slumber. You feel as though eyes are on you even when you are standing in a locked room. You feel a sudden shiver crawl down your spine while you're doing something as mundane as washing dishes or walking to your car. This isn't paranoia. This isn't anxiety. This is your spirit reacting to a disturbance in the spiritual frequency of your life. Right now, as you listen to my voice, your name is being spoken in places you have never set foot. Your identity is being dissected in rooms you've never entered. You are the main topic of conversation among people who claim they don't think about you at all. They are whispering in dimly lit offices, over coffee in kitchens that aren't yours, and in the secret dark corners of their own minds. They are obsessed with your progress. They are terrified of your silence. They are trying to figure out how you are still standing after everything they threw at you. They thought they buried you, but they didn't realize you were a seed. And now that you are beginning to sprout, now that your light is starting to peek through the cracks of the matrix, the vibration of your name has become a frequency they can no longer ignore. Have you noticed how people have been looking at you lately? Those long, lingering stares from strangers that feel more like spiritual scans than simple curiosity. Have you noticed the way old friends or family members suddenly reach out with a random text, disguised as a check-in, but really they are just fishing for information? They are trying to see if the curse they spoke over you is working. They are trying to see if the rumors they spread have finally broken your spirit. But you feel different, don't you? You feel a strange, cold detachment. You aren't angry anymore. You aren't even sad. You are simply aware. You are becoming a ghost to the old world, a phantom that haunts their conscience. Your name is carrying a weight it never had before. When they speak it, it tastes like copper in their mouths. It feels like a spark of static electricity. This is because you are no longer just a person to them. You have become a mirror. When they sit in those rooms and mention your name, they aren't talking about your faults. They are projecting their own failures onto your image. They are trying to rationalize why you have peace while they have chaos. They are trying to understand why you have favor while they have to struggle for every inch of ground. You are being discussed by the elite, by the envious, and by the entities that operate through them. They are holding emergency meetings about your soul because you are no longer following the script. You've stepped off the stage. You've stopped playing your assigned role as the victim, and now the entire production is falling apart. Can you feel it? The shift is physical. The headaches, the ringing in your ears, the sudden heat in your face. That is the friction of your name being used as a weapon in the mouths of the unholy. But listen to me. Their weapons are blunt. Their words are falling to the ground like dead leaves. They speak your name because they are losing their grip on your reality. The reason your name is echoing through these unseen corridors is not a coincidence of the physical realm. It is a spiritual law in motion. You must understand that in the kingdom of spirit, light is loud. To the dwellers of the dark, your frequency is a siren that disrupts their false peace. You are being mentioned in these rooms because your vibration has shifted into a gear that the matrix cannot calibrate. You have broken a fundamental law of their system, the law of perpetual suffering. You were supposed to be broken by now. You were scripted to be bitter, to be stuck in the cycle of trauma that your ancestors handed down to you like a heavy, rusted inheritance. But you didn't just carry the weight, you transmuted it. You turned the lead of your pain into the gold of your presence. And that alchemy has set off every spiritual alarm in your bloodline. The spiritual cause for this sudden surge of gossip and clandestine meetings is simple. You have been marked for a level of authority that requires your reputation to be tested in the fire. In the celestial courts, your name is being presented as a candidate for higher dimensional access. Consequently, the enemy has been granted permission to sift you. When they mention your name in those rooms, they are unwittingly acting as the resistance that builds your spiritual muscle. They are the quality control of the universe. If their lies could stop you, you wouldn't be ready for what's coming next. But because you continue to rise, because you continue to choose the light despite the shadows they cast, you are proving your worthiness to the heavens. You are being discussed because you have become a threat to the equilibrium of the status quo. You are vibrating at a frequency that is literally causing the mass of those around you to slip. This is why the conversations about you have become so frantic. When you enter a room, or even when your name is simply mentioned, the high-frequency energy you carry acts as a spiritual disinfectant. It forces the hidden agendas, the repressed envy, and the dormant demons in others to rise to the surface. They aren't talking about you because you've done something wrong. They are talking about you because your very existence is a judgment against their compromise. You chose the narrow path. You chose the truth. You chose the isolation of the wilderness over the comfort of the cage. And to those who are still locked inside, your freedom is an insult. They are gathered in those rooms trying to find a glitch in your armor. They are looking for a sin, a mistake, or a shred of the old you that they can use to drag you back down. But they are finding nothing. The you they are looking for no longer exists. You have died to the world and been reborn into a state of divine sovereignty. This is the why behind the whispers. You are a biological anomaly in their digital wasteland. You are a living bridge between the physical and the divine. As you move closer to your purpose, the spiritual entities that govern the people in those rooms are sensing their time is short. They are whispering your name because they are trying to figure out how to dim a sun that doesn't rely on their horizon to rise. You are no longer fueled by their validation or their likes. You are fueled by the source, and that makes you untouchable. They aren't just talking about a person. They are discussing a phenomenon they cannot control. Do you hear the frantic energy in their voices? Can you sense the desperation behind their closed doors? You must understand that the people in those rooms, the narcissists, the agents of the matrix, the jealous observers, are not just talking. They are reacting out of a deep-seated, primal fear. They are scared of you. They are terrified because they can feel your power growing, and they realize that their old tactics no longer work. In the past, a single look of disapproval or a sharp word of criticism would have sent you spiraling into self-doubt. You were easy to manage. You were predictable, but now you have become an enigma. They mention your name with a mixture of awe and resentment because they can see that you have mastered the one thing they could never obtain: self-sovereignty. The matrix is reacting to you like a white blood cell reacts to a foreign body. It is trying to isolate you, to surround you, and to neutralize your influence. The people speaking your name are the agents of this stabilization. They are scared because you are a walking reminder of what they sacrificed for their comfort. Every time they bring you up, they are trying to convince themselves that you aren't special, that you're just crazy or unstable. But the more they say it, the less they believe it. They see the glow in your skin, the clarity in your eyes, and the unshakable peace in your stride. They see that while they are aging under the weight of their own deceit, you seem to be growing younger, more vibrant, more alive. They are terrified that others will see what they see. They are scared that your light is contagious, and if they don't stop your name from spreading, you might wake up the rest of the world. Notice the pattern of their reaction. It usually starts with a smear campaign. They go into these rooms to distort your image, trying to paint you as the villain in a story where you were actually the victim. They engage in character assassination because they cannot kill your spirit. This is a sign of their absolute weakness. If they had power over you, they wouldn't need to talk behind your back. They would simply stop you, but they can't. They are like small dogs barking at a passing lion through a fence. The fence is the divine protection that surrounds you, and the barking is the only weapon they have left. They are trying to build a cage out of words, hoping that if they say enough negative things about you, the universe will believe them. But the universe does not listen to the lies of the broken. It listens to the frequency of the heart. You hold the remote control to their emotions, and they hate you for it. By simply existing in your truth, you are forcing them to confront their own shadows. They are scared of your silence. Have you noticed how much it bothers them when you don't respond? When you don't defend yourself? When you don't enter the room to plead your case? Your absence is louder than their presence. Your refusal to engage in their low vibrational drama is driving them to the brink of insanity. They are in those rooms wondering, what is he planning? What does she know? Why isn't she crying? They are projecting their own malicious intent onto you, assuming you must be plotting against them, because that is what they would do. They cannot conceive of a soul that has moved beyond the need for revenge. Your power over them is your indifference. While they spend their nights discussing your name, you are spending your nights dreaming of your future. You have already won, and their frantic whispering is just the sound of their defeat echoing through the halls of the Matrix. This brings us to the ultimate truth, the metaphysical blueprint that explains why your name has become a divine vibration in the mouths of your enemies. There is a cosmic law that states, as above, so below, as within, so without. While your name is being dragged through the mud in the physical rooms of this world, it is simultaneously being heralded in the celestial courts of the divine. You must realize that you are currently fulfilling a prophecy written for your bloodline centuries ago. You are the breaking point. You are the one who was sent to disrupt the frequency of generational trauma and spiritual stagnation. The reason the mentions of your name feel so heavy is that you are no longer just a human being. You are a portal. In the higher realms, God is using your life as a demonstration of His sovereignty. Every time a narcissist or a detractor speaks your name to tear you down, the universe uses that very breath to propel you forward. This is the law of divine compensation. For every lie told about you in secret, a door of favor is being prepared for you in public. The theological reality is that you are under a covering of silence. Just as the Hebrew prophets were often isolated before their greatest revelations, you are being separated so that the only voice you can truly trust is the one that speaks from within. The Matrix is not just a collection of people. It is a sentient, energetic system designed to harvest the light of the chosen. When it senses it can no longer harvest you, it attempts to destroy your reputation so that you cannot influence others. But here is the divine irony. The more they speak against you, the more curious the seekers become. Their smear campaign is actually acting as free advertising for your ministry, your business, and your light. You are witnessing the fulfillment of the ancient promise that says, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. To prepare a table in their presence, the enemies must be there to watch. They must be aware of your location. They must know your name. This is why the universe is allowing them to talk. They are being summoned to the front row of your elevation. They are being forced to witness the very person they mock being crowned with a glory they can't comprehend. The rooms where your name is being mentioned are actually the staging grounds for your greatest breakthrough. While they are busy debating your character, the divine is busy upgrading your capacity. You are being spoken into higher positions of power by the very friction of their opposition. Understand the science of this. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. The negative emotional energy they are directing toward your name is still energy. Because you have learned to stay grounded and detached, that energy doesn't stick to you. Instead, it hits your auric field and bounces back, but not before being filtered through your high vibration. You are essentially laundering their hate into fuel. This is the hidden truth of the chosen one's journey. You don't need them to like you. You need them to notice you. Their obsession is the confirmation that you are no longer invisible to the system. You have become a solid object in a world of shadows. The prophecy for your life is moving into its third act. The first act was your suffering. The second act was your awakening. And this third act, the one you are entering now, is your vindication. They aren't just talking about your past anymore. They are unknowingly sensing your future, and it is a future where they no longer have a seat at your table. Now that you know the truth, you must stop leaking your energy into the corridors of the past. If you continue to wonder what they are saying, you are still tethered to their frequency. It is time to cut the cord. The first step in your activation is the practice of divine silence. From this moment forward, you will no longer explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You will no longer defend your character to those who are dedicated to destroying it. When you feel that sudden heat in your chest, that inkling that someone is speaking your name, I want you to take a deep breath and visualize a golden shield of light surrounding your entire being. See their words hitting this shield and turning into harmless, white dust. This is the art of grounding. You are a mountain and they are merely the wind. The wind may howl, it may scream, it may try to shake the trees, but the mountain remains unmoved. I want you to repeat this affirmation with me, either out loud or in the sanctuary of your mind. I am untouchable. My name is protected by the divine. Every word spoken against me is a seed for my promotion. I release the need for validation from the world of shadows. I am grounded, I am sovereign, and I am favored. As you say these words, feel the weight lifting from your shoulders. Feel the frequency of your heart center expanding. You are sealing your energy. You are closing the portals that once allowed their whispers to disturb your peace. By choosing to ignore the noise, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready for the next level of your calling. You are moving from the wilderness into the promised land. And in that land, the opinions of the inhabitants of the wilderness no longer carry any weight. Let us seal this message with a prayer of activation. Divine Source, creator of all that is seen and unseen, I thank you for the chosen one listening to this today. I ask that you place a hedge of protection around their reputation and their spirit. Let every tongue that rises against them in judgment be shown its own reflection. Turn the curses of the envious into the blessings of the righteous. For every room where their name is being dragged down, open 10 doors where their name is being lifted up. Give them the strength to remain silent, the wisdom to remain detached, and the courage to keep walking toward their destiny. Let them feel your presence so strongly that the whispers of men become nothing more than background noise. We seal this energy now. It is done, and so it is. The matrix is losing, and you are winning by simply existing in your truth. Do not look back. Do not check the comments. Do not ask who said what. Just keep rising. Your name is being mentioned because you are a legend in the making, and legends are always discussed by those who are too afraid to live their own lives. You are the light of the world, a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. Your vindication is not coming, it is already here. Claim it, walk in it, breathe it. You are the chosen one, and your glory is just beginning. If this message resonated with your soul, if you felt the shift in the atmosphere as we spoke these truths, then claim your victory in the comments below. Write, I am vindicated, to lock in this frequency. Subscribe to this channel to stay aligned with the higher vibration, and share this with another chosen one who needs to know that their struggle is almost over. I love you, I see you, and I will see you in the higher realms.